Today we want to introduce a management tool called ISO 14001. ISO 14001 is a well-known environmental management tool. And now let's take a look at what exactly is ISO. ISO is short for International Organization for Standardizations. Besides the environmental management tool we are talking about here, they also have management tool regarding to information security management, quality management, risk management, energy management, and etc. How does ISO develop standards? An ISO standard is developed by a panel of experts within a technical committee. Once the need for a standard has been established, these experts need to discuss and negotiate a draft standard. As soon as a draft has been developed, it is shared with ISO's members who are asked to comment and vote on it. If a consensus is reached, the draft becomes an ISO standard. If not, it goes back to the technical committee for further edit. ISO 14001 is an internationally recognized EMS standard that was developed by the International Organization for Standardization, a non-governmental organization. What differentiates ISO 14001 environmental management from non-certified systems is that ISO 14001 requires external third-party verification to ensure that facilities conform to the ISO standard. A certified facility must first commit to reducing its environmental impacts over time. Then, it must demonstrate that its EMS meets ISO's 5 basic components: conformance to the facility's environmental policy, environmental planning, plan implementation and operation, periodic monitoring, corrective action, and management review, which generally occurs on an annual basis. Once certified, a facility must follow this cycle of plan, do, check, and act over time to maintain its registration. ISO 14001 is applied through the world. It is most frequently used in the following countries: England, Spain, Italy, Japan, and China. So, how do companies apply ISO in reality? To answer this question, we interviewed Mr. Liao. Mr. Liao is a project manager in a Japanese company called Gulopu. Gulopu's core business lies in manufacturing and human resources management. It is also an ISO certified company. It has acquired both ISO 9001 and ISO 14001. The advantages of applying ISO is that it helps companies to generate profits and reduce costs. How does it happen? Well, acquiring ISO certifications means that the company has a higher chance to win public project biddings, a better image in front of its customers, and also an easier path to enter international market. As for cost reduction, since to pass ISO certification, the company must find ways to save energy, be more ecological. Thus, the cost for waste disposal will drop, and so will the electricity bill. ISO is not just a regulation. It is important that employees implement it into their daily lives. For example, employees are asked to reduce carbon emissions by 200 grams per day per person at the beginning of 2014. The ISO certified mark is also printed on their business cards to promote the company. The company itself has an ISO board to make sure it is aligned with the regulations. Each department is asked to participate in the board. After the interview with Mr. Liao, we have some suggestions. Generally speaking, while ISO 14001 is a license to enter international marketplace for Gulopu, it is currently not a competitive advantage for the company in its biggest market, Japan. Therefore, with all the necessary knowledge and control systems for maintaining ISO 14001, it would be an inefficient practice for Gulopu. So, moving further to a new and more advanced management tool, which has been successfully in Japan, is our suggestion for Gulopu at this moment. Going beyond the scope of their company to reach their suppliers will entitle them with a more highly competitive position compared to other players in the industry. GSCM is the required tool to take. Both ISO 14001 and GSCM rely on a continuous improvement model. With the current practice of ISO 14001, the costs of implementing GSCM would be largely reduced, but the combination of these two tools will allow the company with higher competitive position in their industry. That was our presentation. Thank you for your attention.